Hi, welcome back to Box of Lights. Welcome to our Senjutsu playthrough, the Battle of Japan. I do want to start with a little correction. Last time we had this, something like this position, and the Yari Ashigari had played this meditation card, and I'd used this move to move over here. So preferred distance was two hexes, but this rock was blocking line of sight, so I said they'll move to create line of sight. They won't. They'll only do that if they are attacking or if they're a ranged character. This is a melee character. Their preference is just to hit the spot that they want to be, which is 2 away from me. It doesn't matter if there's anything blocking. So they're 2 away from me, front facing. That was their preferred at the time, I think. This facing around the front. They'll just stay where they are. They don't need to move. This is not an attacking card. They're just taking up a defensive position or a neutral position, hiding behind this rock. All right, so look out for that. And we may look at some of those offensive, defensive moves as we get further into the game. We'll see. All right, let's put it back where we were. I think we're here, aren't we? Yeah. And let's get ready for our next turn. Okay. Let's draw. And we get a steel block, a defensive card. Okay, we're in an aggressive Kame, so this doesn't help us. Something like this lunging thrust might, especially if we can get it off soon. It's a speed 6. Now, of course, as they get through their decks, you will get to know what speed cards the AI have played. They've played their speed 7, they've played their 7 and 6. There are quite a few stuns in there, so this may be a good killing blow. And we can choose, because it's got an optional 1 move forward at 2 distance. I mean, I can choose which one to take out. So, yeah, interesting. I might be tempted by this. Let's play a lunging thrust. And potentially we can put a blood wound on them. We've got these 2 instants still in our hand. Yeah, I like it. Let's go aggressive. Let's attack. I feel like we can afford to do so. All right, let's see what they do. Ready? Oh, we've got a lunging thrust here as well. And this side, oh, forest step. Okay, so they have gone defensive and attacking. Interesting. Right, this card's going to come first, then us, then this one, speed 3. Top part's not going to do anything because they don't have anyone directly in front of them. So they're dropping to a speed 2. So actually it is going to be me first. Yeah, this is not going to do anything. So I've got a choice now. On speed 6, because of my Kame, I can either step forward and hit the Yari, or I can stay where I am and take out the Samurai boss, which I think is what I'm going to do. Although they've got 2 wounds already, I only need to get 1. Actually, I'm going to step forward. I'm going to step forward, do 2 hits here. That defeats this fighter. As soon as I defeat that fighter, we're going to bring in the Yumi Ashigari, this archer. Let's make him red. We'll rotate him so that he's facing us. It seems to make sense. We'll replace this with a red one. To match. Let's say his preferences for our left flank. Okay, and then we need to grab his deck. So I'm going to build that deck up. It says here. So what's a Yumi? A Yumi is 1 from deck 2, 1 from deck 5, 1 from deck 6, and then 2 additional from decks 2, 5, and or 6. All right, so you can kind of build the opponent you want to build. Okay, that's done. All right. I decided to go for 2 from deck 5, I think, and an extra 1 from deck 6, and only 1 from deck 2. So that's Yumi on the left-hand side now. and they'll start playing next turn. So that's my attack done. Now it says if successful, I'll stun my opponent and switch my Kame to aggression, which I've already done. So that's resolved that card. Do I want to play an instant? I don't think I do. Let's hold. Let's hold. Okay. Samurai Boss now. They're doing Forest Step, but they've skipped the top part. They're doing the bottom part. So they're doing change AI behavior. So they're coming to middle. Then they will move if they want to, rotate if they want to, and reset deck. So they're in their preferred hex now. So melee adjacent. So they don't want to move or rotate, and they will reset their deck. They were lucky. And we may be able to get a hit off against this Samurai Boss and actually defeat them this time. We'll see. We shall see. So back to our turn. Our hand, we've only got 4 cards still, remember. Let's draw. And we've drawn a pushback. That's not too bad. It is an attack, but it's an attack where we simply push 2. Interesting. And we'll push them back to here. Maybe a horse kick would be good. It'd be nice if I was in balance though, because then I could take 1 step sideways, but I'm not. The alternative is we play a defensive card and try and block, and then we turn our opponent. If we successfully block, that might be quite good. We will play this steel block, bide my time a little bit. I don't know what the Yumi is going to do. I do need to be able to come close somehow. Maybe I have to push and press forward. All right, let's lead the block. Let's do a horse kick. Let's stay aggressive. Let's stay aggressive. All right, I don't know how this is going to work out, but let's see what happens. Okay, we've got speed 6. They've got 7. We're doing an attack. Now this is a defense, speed 5 to 2. So that's not going to work for them. They're not going to block my attack. So they're just going to go for this, this level 1, this speed 1. Let's take a step backwards and reset deck. So they're actually perhaps a little bit stunned from the initial recruitment. Forest Step's going to hurt me though. And that's what's going to go first because I'm standing right in their path. That's the one card we didn't want to see. Hobble's going to reduce it from 7 to 6, but remember, defense goes before attack. So they're hitting me not for damage, but they're going to rotate me 2 times. And unfortunately for me, that's going to completely negate my attack. But I do get to do a move. So maybe I rotate this way. 1, 2. If I rotate this way, then when I move forward, I can come into here. If I rotate 1, 2 and move forward, then I come in here next to the shrine, which is going to gain me focus. But then I'm going to have to rotate again. And rotate twice. Switch to any Kame. So maybe that's the way I'll go. So, do I run next to the shrine or do I go and hide behind this rock? I'm going to turn, so 1, 2, this way. So that was speed 7. Next, they're doing speed 1. They're doing speed 2. Remember, defense cards, they do both parts. This bit's ineffective, so they don't do this bit. So it actually falls to me now, which is speed 5. So 1 step forward. Or if I was balanced, I could go in any direction. But I'm coming in this way. That's my card resolved. Speed 2 then, change AI behavior. So he's coming this way, which means his preferred spot is my left, which is not available, but he's going to try and come round. Yeah, he wants to come adjacent and the rear. So I think he'll take a step forward here and then rotate. So he's attacking my rear. I've put myself in a terrible position. And then another reset deck. Okay. As for the Yumi, he's going to take a step backwards and reset deck. Well, they can't take a step backwards. So they're also just shuffling this into their deck. Wow, okay. And then as an end of turn effect, because I'm standing next to the shrine, I gain 1 focus. Next turn, let's draw. I have to think, what am I going to try and achieve here? Okay, we've got another attack. It's an oxen barge. When on unblockable, I have to take a step forward and then an optional step forward. I can rotate with a focus and then hit, which will stun my opponent. If successful, my opponent turns and is then pushed, and we switch back to an aggressive stance. I need to move. So I'm thinking playing my core card. I think this is a no-brainer. Let's see what they do. Okay. We've got a Yumi shot, an attack from the archer, and then a horizontal cut from the samurai boss. All right, we're about to get punished. This card's going first, then this one, then us. We get to move last. Okay, horizontal attack. First, they're going to change our behavior. So they're coming this way. They want to be in the middle. They're at my preferred distance. The question is, do they move? Well, this attack can hit the rear of my character, and that is always their preference. So they're not going to try and move. If their attack can hit, they'll only move if they can find a way to the rear. And if they can't find a way to the rear, they'll go to their preferred side, which is middle anyway. So there we go. That's it. I'm going to take a hit. I'm taking a wound. So we've taken 1 wound. That's speed 8 attack. What's next? Speed 6. So this is this one. So they're going to target us. They're going to target the opponent with the lowest initiative. That's us anyway. We take a hit. It's just a solo. It's at range 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so we're taking a second hit. That's 2 wounds. Now remember, with attack cards, they just do the top bit or the bottom bit if they can't do the top. So both of these have now resolved. Now it's my turn, finally. So we get to move in any direction. I want to move this way. And then I can turn up to twice. 1. But then I'm showing the archer my back. I think that's what I have to do. Yeah, just rotate once. I did have to discard a card. I should have discarded a card. Which one do I want to discard? Push back, push 2. That could work. Not from where I'm standing. I think I'll discard this one. Okay. So discard, then I did my movement. Now I can choose this, and I think, yeah, rather than take more focus, I've got 2 or switching. Although this one could be good if I'm going to block next time. But I don't know if I am. I think I'm going to do my Naginata sweep, my weapon. Maybe I draw 2 cards and see if that gives me some options. While I can. Yeah, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to draw 2 cards. There's so much thinking. All right, I've got another pushback and then an ankle biter. All right, end of turn then. I'm next to the shrine, so I do get another focus. But I think I'm over my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I've got to discard 1 card because I've got 6 and my hand limit's 5. Remember, these are core. They don't count towards my hand limit. So what do I want to throw away? I think this pushback again. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. Okay, let's draw. I've got 2 wounds, which are nasty. Let's draw. What have we got? Emergency block. Oh, this would have been nice. Oh, I should have switched over. I should have switched Kame. This would have been good. Because I do really need to get to that archer at some point. But maybe that's to come. Maybe that's to come. I think we're doing our sweep, aren't we? Yeah. I want to do this hopefully before he moves. If he comes in behind me, then I'm stuck. I'm hoping he's going to pull a stun or something, so that at least I can get him. Let's see. Well, let's pull the archer first. The archer's doing a defense. Okay. And then, come on. Oh no, it's a forest step. Why? Ah, this card is absolutely murdering me. Actually, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything because the space in front of me is now vacated. Yeah, I've moved out of there. Phew, okay, so this is doing nothing. He's going to do this one. I'm doing an attack 5, so he's going to do a defense of 5. But of course, we're nowhere near him, so he's going to do this step as well. This is ineffective. He's going to do this. He's just going to do a reset deck again. So that's not going to do anything. It's just down to me. So I'm going to pay 1 focus, hit this hex, do 1 wound to Samurai Boss. That takes him out. Okay, good. Right, we managed to do Wow, I was worried for a moment. Samurai Boss is gone. This guy's doing nothing but resetting his deck. I can move and turn if I wish. So yes, I want to move. I want to move down here. And then I want to turn, and I'm going to turn. I don't think it matters. I'm going to turn this way. Actually, why am I turning this way? Why am I moving there? I should move here and turn. Yeah, that's where I should go. That's right. I had my back to him here, so I move 1. So speed 2, I'm moving 1 and turning 1. Turn 1. So I'm facing this way actually. Okay, I'm stepping into his path. That's the trouble, but I have to come in. Okay, that's this guy out of the picture. Hobble's done. Yeah. So actually, he's got 1 less. He had 1 less speed. Forgot that. So he's going to go slower. Okay, we are left with. We've said yeah. So we did our hit. We took him out. We moved. We didn't discard a card. We forgot to discard a card. So we do need to get rid of 1, don't we? Yeah, that's our 2 core cards. No, we're not going to play this yet. We could put our armor down as an instant. Do we want to do this? It could be useful. Reduce the damage of all attacks taken by 1 to a minimum of 1. I don't know if this guy's going to be doing 2 attacks anyway. Each time damage is reduced, draw 1, but it's not going to hurt. It's going to help protect me. Maybe I do. Maybe I do put that down. Remains in play. It's going to cost me 1 focus, which I've got. Which means, since I've got 1 focus left, maybe I'll just do this one. I'll discard emergency block. All right. Okay. I've still got my 2 wounds. I've completed my attack. Yep, that's it. That's it. That's the end of turn, and we're back to our proper hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we've played that instant. Okay. So he can't hit me for 2 anymore. I don't think he's going to anyway. This is his hand, isn't it? Yeah, so he did a reset deck. Let's start the next turn. We've drawn Bull Rush. If I can get in a high attack, well, he's got 3 wounds to take, hasn't he? So heavy armor is in play. I'm going to put that up here so we remember. Now I'm back down to one less card, right? Yeah. So normally I'd have 6 and I've only got 5 after drawing. So Bull Rush I can't now play because it costs 2 focus. Yeah, that would have been good. Not to play the heavy armor. Oh, if I had 2 focus, I could come in, do 2 hits. And it's a 7. Ooh. I need to turn anyway. Wow, do I have to pay my core card again and take some more damage? I think I do, but I've got my heavy armor. That's what we're doing. They're playing Swift Mind, so a meditation. Now this is interesting for Archer because they finally got an opportunity to move. Now a ranged unit like the Archer, if they're closer than their preferred range, currently they're range 2, then they'll try and move away, trying to get to their preferred range, which is 5 hexes, right? So where's 5 away? 3, 4, yeah, they want to get over here. So they're heading ideally to one of these spots. This is no good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, anything closer than this. So they want to go and get to this edge. I mean, it makes logical sense for them to want to come over here. 1, 2 with their 2 move, right? It is possible they'll come around this way. This also gets them just as close. 1, 2, 3 spaces away. This is also 1, 2, 3 spaces away. But this is not moving away from the character. This is moving away. So I think they're going to do this. They can optionally move 1 space forward, which will be here, which they're not going to do. That doesn't help them, and they will try and rotate if that helps them. I think they will because, yeah, that puts us closer to their forward front. You kind of have to play a little bit fast and loose with these solar rules, but that's the objective. Okay, so that's Swift Mind done. Back to us. I think I'm trying to again go for my sword, which means straight in front or 1 to the left. So when I take mine, I can move and rotate, remember. I do need to discard first. So what we're going to discard, and I'm tempted by Bull Rush, obviously, that's a big hitter. Ox and Barge is also good because they're standing by that burning cart. If I can push them, that would be great. Maybe I won't play, I'll get rid of my defensive card. We're going full on aggression. So that's discarded. Let's think about these moves. I think we're going to move once and then we'll rotate once. And then we can draw up to 2 cards, switch to any card or change up 1 branch. I'm going to change up 1 branch because that will give me a focus. Yeah, so I'll go up, it has to come back, that gains me a focus. All right. It also means there's no space now that's 5 away, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. The interesting thing about ranged is when you have a ranged attack, it's not a straight line. You just count the hexes. But they do have to have line of sight. So if they do go in behind here, for example, they will lose line of sight. And they don't really want to do that. And as it stands right now, the only place they can go is back here. And then they're kind of a little bit stuck because they won't want to block their own line of sight. So that's going to be interesting, right? Now all of these are now not at their preferred range. They're just going to keep trying to move away if they can. So I think I've got them beat. I think they've got them backed into a corner. All right, we're still at 4 cards. We don't have to discard. We start a new turn. So discard. He's getting ready to play. I'm going to draw. And we've got Firm Mind. All right, this lets me move and turn again. So this is good. Draw up to 2 cards. Change karma if I want to. I don't want to. I want to not Bull Rush because that's not. I'm facing the wrong direction. If I Bull Rush, I'm attacking that bamboo. What I want to do is Ox and Barge. It's a speed 5. Right, let's see what they do. Oh, Yumi's shot. They're getting off a shot against me a little bit quicker. So they're speed 7. They're hitting me again for 1 damage. That's a wound. My armor doesn't help me here. I've got 3 wounds now. Remember, my limit is 5. So we are tough. Okay, ox and barge. I've got a mandatory step forward and an optional step forward. I can rotate, but it's going to cost me a focus. And then I can attack that front space and give them a stun. So there's my mandatory step forward. My optional step forward, no. I'm going to pay a focus. I've only got 2. I kind of wanted 1, didn't I, for ox and barge, but I don't think I need it. I'm going to pay 1 to take the optional rotate, and then I'm hitting him on his front. So yeah, we're going to hit our enemy for a stun. And then, if successful, enemy turns and then gets pushed 1. Now I'm doing the attacking, so I get to choose which direction. So I want to turn him so his back's to me, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to turn him that way. And then I'm going to push him into that burning cart. And then it says switch my Kame to aggressive, which I already am as it goes. So that push 1 is significant because it gives them another stun and a wound. And that much I like. Remember, stuns get shuffled into their deck. Let's put this over here. And this is really going to hopefully limit what they can do. We've got them on the ropes. If we can push them again, yeah, they're going to struggle. Now we've done a successful attack. So, could we play an instance? Could we play Ripping Claws? Replace a wound in play with a bleeding wound. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? We're aggressive. Kame, this one says you can only play this if you're aggressive. We'll replace this wound with a bleeding wound. A bleeding wound is this side. Okay. And we'll see how this affects play. He's still ahead of me. I've got 3 wounds, but we're kind of even, right? He needs 2 more wounds to get killed. I need 2 more wounds to get killed. It's tight. I feel we've got some momentum here. Right, these are discarded. I think we've completed them. Yep. Yeah, we're down to just 3 cards plus our 2 core. Right, start of next turn. Let's draw. And we get Falling Restraint. It's got a boosted speed 5 because of my Kame. We can take a step back and turn, gain a focus and draw up to 3 cards. Okay, so it's a nice little bit of meditation, potentially to re-establish our hand. Okay, AI draws their card, but before they do, because of bleeding wounds, they draw 1 card and put it face down on top of their deck. Now they draw. Can we do a killing blow? If we do a Falling Restraint, take a step back, gain a focus, potentially we could then move in for a bull rush. Oh, I like this. Should we do that? If we do this and do the mandatory step forward, we're stepping into an opponent. That's a collision. We don't really want that because we lose our turn, we're stunned, and we lose a card. Okay, that's dreadful for us. I mean, they get a stun too, but they will get to complete their turn. So yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to step into them because what that means is we step into them, we don't complete our turn. We don't get to do this part. All we're doing is hurting ourselves and wasting a card. So we're going to do this, a Falling Restraint, meditation, speed 5. Let's see what they do. It's offend. We're not attacking, so they're going to do this part, which is a step backwards, reset their deck. It's speed 1. We didn't want them to do that, but it's an optional step back. Let's do our part. So we can step back to either here, here, or here. So we want to step back here. Optionally rotate, we don't. Gain a focus and then draw up to 3 cards. Let's draw focus. We've got 2 focus. And draw up to 3 cards. Well, I'm going to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we've got to discard one at the end of our turn. But we're not quite there. But let's see, what's he going to do? He wants to take a step away. But here is blocked. Here is closer. Here is further away. It says here, ranged. Are they at their preferred range enough line of sight? No. If there's closer than they'll try to move away. So their objective is always to try and move away, and the only move that's going to move them away is that one. So yeah, that's what they're doing. That's really messed me up. But I didn't have to move backwards. I could have stayed here. So should I have stayed? Possibly. But it's too late now. We've already made our decision. Yeah, we didn't think it through. Okay, maybe those cards we just drew gave us some options. This, I thought I had the killing blow, but yeah, this archer's proving a little bit wily. So they're going to reset their deck. So these are getting shuffled back in. We missed. The bleeding wound didn't do its thing. End of our turn. All right. So there is an option here. This is going to do a damage. Yeah, that doesn't work. This bull rush doesn't work. Another ankle biter. Feral sweep does work, I think. 1, 2. No, he's 3 away. He's over here at the minute. So we're going to have to move again. He's going to keep moving away, so he's going to keep coming in behind these rocks, isn't he? Unless we can get rid of that bamboo. Maybe we can chase him down with ankle biter. Bull rush. The trouble is he's going to keep getting shots off against me, and he may knock me down before I can take him down. But I've got a plan. I think I'm going to get rid of... I've got 2 feral sweeps. I'm going to get rid of feral sweep. Yep. Okay, so that's my hound of 5 plus my 2 core. We end the turn. We start a new turn. We draw a card. We've got falling restraint again, which can be useful. He's got a bleeding wound, so that's discarded. And then he's going to draw. I almost peeked at it. Okay. I'm playing ankle biter, I believe. So let's see what he does. It is an attack. He's got a defense 7 to 4. My attack's only speed 3. So again, he's switching to the next one, which is speed 3. I've got an attack. He's got defense. Defense goes before attack. So he's going to change AI behavior. So he's preferring the middle. And he wants to move and rotate and reset deck again. If he's closer than his preferred range, he'll try and move away. He's at 3. He can't get 3 away. Line of sight goes from the front 2. I'm just going to move this bamboo out of the way. But if they were here, you look at the 2 front hexes, and if you can draw a line from either of these corners to any point on mine, then he's got line of sight. So by rotating here, he does get line of sight. So the rules are, they'll try and move away. They can't move away. There's no hex that is further away. I'm 3 away from every single hex when I'm in the middle. So you can't get further away. If there's no line of sight, they will move until they have line of sight. So they've got line of sight right now. So that's it. That's all they're doing. They're just moving to create line of sight. All right, and that's how ranged works. Okay, so they've got line of sight down this way. And reset their deck. Okay. So bleeding's not working for us at the minute. There are a couple of stuns in here, but they're not coming out. It's probably just that the bleeding effect is pulling out the stuns. Who knows? Okay, ankle biter. So we must take a step forward into either this space, or this space. And we must rotate So if we take a step forward here, that attack would hit, but we need to rotate as well. Now we can't hit them, okay? We can't hit them because our attack is attacking this square and this square. So there is another option, and that is that we move forward into this space and then rotate this way and then attack and hit this bamboo. And this might open up the field a little bit for us. Now the question is, do we rotate? We've got one rotate and we can draw one card. I think I do, because if I want to play this ankle biter again, the chances are they're going to move here. I'm being a bit cheeky, but let's assume he moves here. If I do this, then ankle biter will make me go rotate, move forward, and then he's in range of my attack. So yeah, I'm going to rotate this way and put him on my right hand side. That's what I'm going to do. And if he doesn't do that, the other option open to me is firm mine. I can just move in with a view to trying to bull rush him. It's hard. Bull rush is hard to get right, it seems. All right, end of the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm at card limit. Okay, let's draw. And look, my deck is getting shorter. I'm running out of time. And I've got another oxen barge. I like this. He's got a bleeding wound. He's going to draw. Can we finish him off? We can't. If we hadn't moved, we would have done. If we hadn't have moved, we could have been facing, 1, 2, a rotate, and then pushed him. We've committed. Oxen barge would have finished it off. That's a real shame. Let's do it then. Ankle biter it is. Let's see what he does. Oh, it's a stun. He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything. Okay, so it's us. He's off balance. Remember, these are on the same line, so we can do them in any order. So I can choose to rotate and move, or I can move and rotate, which is what I'm going to do. Now we hit him for a wound. Now we hit him for a wound. He's at 2 wounds. It's getting interesting. It's getting interesting. Now we can rotate if we wish and draw a card. Do we want to? We don't. We want to stay where we are because I'm going to bull rush him next time. We could draw a card. I see no harm in drawing a card. It's a steel block. Okay, end of our turn. We've got 1 too many cards. I don't think we want this steel block. Let's get rid of it. Okay, new turn. Let's draw. We draw the Terror. All enemies cancel active ability cards. All enemies are stunned. We increase our advantage, which is not doing anything. We can move and rotate. That's a nice meditation card. They're going to bleed and then draw. I'm going in for the kill, so it's bull rush time. I've got to play 2 focus to play this card, which I have. And I'm at the right Kame. This comes down to, it's a speed 7 attack. So what have they got? It's a stun. We've got them. We've got them. That's it then. A mandatory 1 step forward. We're going to hit them for 2 wounds. They're defeated. Whew. Amazing. Finally, that was a bit of a challenge. Wow. We were at 3 wounds. We've got them for 3 wounds. Actually, we've got them for 4 wounds in the end. We only had to do 1. But there it is. We have defeated our enemy. And that's Senjutsu, the battle for Japan. As I say, this is just a base game. And I mean, I'm making up my own scenarios here. You can do the same or play through this wonderful story-driven solo campaign. With a 2-player campaign in there too. Here's your core rulebook. And wow, I mean, the card play is is great. I mean, that's the USP, is playing these cards and trying to combo. I mean, all the time I was playing, I'm thinking, I'm playing this and I'm playing this next. And the AI is smart enough that it does make a little bit of a challenge. I mean, I was lucky there with those stuns. So stuns are effective. If you can stun your enemy, it really works. And it does generate some exciting gameplay. It plays pretty quickly, despite, you know, I'm obviously narrating and I'm talking through all my decisions, so I've slowed it right down. But it is a pretty fast-paced game once you get going. So that's it. Senjutsu Battle for Japan. Plays 1 to 4. It says 20 minutes on the box. It really depends, I think, on how big the map is, how many enemies you're facing, of course, how many people are playing. But yeah, multiplayer would be a heap of fun as well. You're against a wily human opponent. And solo AI, great fun, a great way to explore this tactical skirmish game. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series. We'll see you next time.